seen it.
And 2 days ago, a bird flew in the house and lit on your side of the bed and nearly scared me to death.
There you go. Trying to spoil a good hunt. Well, I'm a-going anyways. Them signs don't bother me at all.
Well, they bother me. Now, you be careful, old man.
Well, don't you worry about me, old woman. I'll be back even 'fore midnight, more'n likely.
An old man and a hound dog named Rip, off for an evening's pleasure in quest of raccoon. Usually these evenings end with one tired old man, one battle-scarred hound dog, and one or more extremely dead raccoons. But as you may suspect, that will not be the case tonight. These hunters won't be coming home from the hill. They're headed for the backwoods of the Twilight Zone.
Come along, Rip.
Travelers to unknown regions would be well advised to take along the family dog. He could just save you from entering the wrong gate. At least it happened that way once, in a mountainous area of the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, creator of The Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this message. And now, Mr. Serling.
Next week, we offer you a Hollywood television cowboy who takes in several bills a week for killing off bad men. Mr. Larry Blyton portrays one of these phony balonies who always wins in the end. But in this little item, he draws from the hip and realizes his opponent is smack dab out of this world. We invite your attention to Showdown with Rance McGrew, next week's Stagecoach Sojourn in the Twilight Zone.
This is an age of amazing feats, and the fuel that has kept us going is faith. Worship together this week.
Team out, the star is here.
Some 100-odd years ago, a motley collection of tough mustaches galloped across the West and left behind a raft of legends and leisure domains. And it seems a reasonable conjecture that if there are any television sets up in cowboy heaven, and any one of these rough and woolly nail eaters could see with what careless abandon their names and exploits are being bandied about, they're very likely turning over in their graves, or worse, getting out of them. Which gives you a clue as to the proceedings that'll begin in just a moment, when one Mr. Rance McGrew, a 3,000 buck a week phony baloney, discovers that this week's current edition of Make Believe is being shot on location. And that location is the Twilight Zone.
Right out of your head.
No, in 2 weeks, I think we ought to give Sam Starr a break. He's a real nice fella. Awful good to his mother.
The evolution of the so-called adult Western and the metamorphosis of one Rance McGrew, formerly phony baloney, now upright citizen, with a preoccupation with all things involving tradition, truth, and cowpoke predecessors. It's the way the cookie crumbles and the six-gun shoots in the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, creator of The Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this message. And now, Mr. Serling.
For all of us, even the most young at heart, I suppose there's a little kernel of want having to do with reliving childhood. That grand and glorious moment in time when the biggest guy around is the patrol boy. Next week on The Twilight Zone, this moment is recaptured in George Clayton Johnson's exceptionally sensitive story called Kick the Can. It co-stars Mr. Ernest Truex and Mr. Russell Collins.